It's the last leg of Tuesday's Daily Rundown with myself, Marc Duffy. It's time to look at some of the more quirky stories that have been making the news. And I have to tell you, gents, it's the first time I've read these too, so bear with me. Our producer likes to throw some oddballs in occasionally. So the first up is a celebrity massage therapist has become famous for her unusual technique, which involves biting her clients' bottoms.
Oh.
Yes, known as Dr. Dot, she says that she has massaged and bitten an impressive roster of stars, including Kanye West, the late David Bowie, Rihanna, Keith Richards, Gwen Stefani, Eminem, and Oasis. What, all of them? It must be. Who were all massage virgins.
Oh, well, do they know she's going to bite them? Is that part of the?
Well, it sounds like it's the unique selling point, isn't it? It's like going, it seems like every time I come on here, it's Kanye West seems to show up. It's like, well, if it's good enough for Kanye, it's good enough for the rest of us.
What's the media attention? Obviously.
I think how random. I mean, as soon as you said it, it made me think of that episode of Friends where Phoebe is massaging this really fit guy, and she bites his bum because she fancies him, and then just kind of, stands back. It's so. Is it an OCD thing she's got?
I really don't know. I don't want to even
Is it part of the package? Is it actually advertised as full body massage with bum biting?
Well, you said this is the thing. You can't just do a simple massage these days. You've got to have something. You've got to have your hot rocks or something.
Yeah, that's her USP.
Exactly.
I'll bite your bum.
Yes. Good luck to you. Good luck to you.
Oh dear. And he gets even stranger tonight because a woman has taken Starbucks to court claiming that the company puts too much ice in its drinks. She filed a lawsuit against the company claiming that customers actually only get half of what they're paying for in their drinks. She's leading a class action for $5 million against the company, but Starbucks said that ice is an essential part of its ice drinks. Well, duh, of course it would be. And that they would remake a drink for a customer if they were unhappy. Have you ever thought about complaining about too much ice in your drink?
No, I mean, if you buy an iced frappe or an iced cappuccino, you buy an iced drink.
You expect it.
Well, the clue's in the title right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Iced, it means it has ice in it. I mean, who measures? Has she sat in Starbucks with an empty cup, taking out bits of ice and saying, right, see, there's more ice than coffee there.
Yeah.
It's just, we live in such a litigious society. Well, everybody's pressing charges against everybody else, and I'll
No, I say sue 'em. Yes, good luck to you. Yes,
you can go into a bar or a fast food place or whatever, and you say, well, I don't want any ice in my drink. I'll have a cola but no ice.
Yeah.
And then they're fine with that.
She feels like she's been betrayed
If she
and
wants
done
an iced
down.
frappe without ice.
She's ordered an iced drink, and now she's suing the company for putting too much ice.
I'm just imagining that phone call where you go, hello, is that your lawyers? Yes. Well, I'm here. I want to bring a case about frappe. Okay, good. Yes. Oh, we'll do that then. It's like what a waste of time and energy. And it's like, but also it's like, and you can just imagine the lawyers going, okay, just bring it on.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Absolutely mad. Well, this next one is a great one as well, cracking one. A wedding planner has missed her own hen party after losing her passport. The bride was left in a local pub after she was due to jet off to the seaside resort of Costa Blanca with 41 of her friends, but she couldn't find a passport 2 days before the flight. You'd be devastated, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If that was to happen to you.
So she got left on her own?
Yeah, it was her wedding that she was planning, her hen night.
None of her friends thought about taking
they've all jetted off. 41 of their friends.
Taking her to the passport office, maybe, seeing if she could get an emergency.
No, they jetted off for a holiday and left her alone.
I mean, that's a fun party, isn't it? It's like, we'll just go down the passport office. Woo, yes.
Well, 2 days before she knew she didn't have her passport.
bless.
Well,
But
perhaps she's wallowing in a bed of self-pity made by herself.
yeah. Oh yes, I don't know. You can't help feeling a bit sorry, though, isn't it? But it's also one of these things about. It seems like it's another thing about the whole wedding planning thing, and all of this is another thing that seems to be getting out of hand. Does that make me sound like an old fuddy-duddy? Yes. Well, I don't care. Well, it's like this is another thing. It's like that's just like, well, perhaps just don't do something where it means that you have to jet off. Just I don't know. Just have a little party and just like kind of not get to pretend that you're in some sort of weird film or something.
I know. I would genuinely. Has it ever happened to you guys though? Where you know that your passport is in that drawer at home and it's not there, and you think, where is the passport? I need the I need it for.
Yeah, but I'd probably find it within half an hour, I reckon.
Would you?
Yeah, because I've only got several places where I would put something like that.
Right.
And I am so very OCD when I'm travelling. I will check myself about 30 times before I leave the house. Passport tickets money, passport tickets money, passport tickets money.
Yeah,
keys,
it's the whole abfab thing, is it? Yes, that's got to be your approach to travelling.
It really has, hasn't it?
Passport. Yeah.
I feel bad for her though.
Yeah.
Bless her. So she was sat in the pub all on her own.
All on her own. You would be totally devastated if you keep seeing on your Facebook wall that they've
Everyone's
checked into
having a great
here,
time.
they're sharing pictures.
I just saw have this.
whatever.
I have this image of her in all the white froofy thing, singing "Oh my." So that's what you see, isn't it? It kind of, oh no, terrible.
Oh dear. We'll move on, and two scientists believe that they have developed an equation that suggests that it is virtually impossible that intelligent life has existed elsewhere in the universe. The major difference with this new formula is that it asks whether life has ever existed rather than it is out there right now. So it also calculates the odds of us being alone in the universe rather than odds that there is other intelligent life out there. Does that kind of make sense?
Well, yes. I know all mathematicians will hear this and will be also already chucking things at the telly, actually, because it's also there's another version of this formula that's been around in terms of the probability of intelligent life being out there. But it's also, the trouble is with math, with formulas, is actually you've got all the bits of it have to make sense and have to come from the same thing, and it's like all of these things which actually none of the things which quite relate to each other. But having said, I'm loath to poo-poo anything about aliens. It's also because looking for aliens, that's cool, right?
Yeah. Did they find some planets over this weekend that have the same kind of atmosphere as Earth, so they're more likely to sustain
They've found
life?
loads over the years. Look, is it an M-class planet we are? Or have I got that from Star Trek?
I'll like to. This is not my area, so I'll believe you. Yes.
I am a big believer in that there must be other life out there. Maybe not in this universe, but how many are there? How many galaxies are there?
There's loads, isn't there? There's loads of galaxies.
And they all are planets spinning around a big star like our sun. There's got to be other life out there somewhere. Will we ever be in contact with it? Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah, but I don't believe
are there intelligent life forms out there? Are there intelligent life forms on this? On this planet? That's another question. Are there people out there? They're looking at us going.
After the stories about wedding planners, there's you start to ask that question. Don't you? But I think I'm the same in terms of the sheer brilliant vastness of the universe, and you kind of think about all the possibilities, but also it's about. I think the question isn't about sort of intelligent, and that it's also about that comes so much about what we think's important. But I'm sure there are lots of other ways of being and being alive that don't also necessarily revolve around our funny little concerns that we build up around us here
Yeah.
on our funny little planet. Bless it.
Well, we've got to stick with science now as well for our final story, which is scientists have named a new species of beetle after the Star Wars character Chewbacca. The flightless weevil, I can't even say that, Tragonopterus. Yes, it's a Chewbacca, by the way. And it was found in Papua New Guinea. Researchers said that they named the newly discovered specimen after Han Solo's famous first mate because it has dense scales on its head and the legs which remind them of Chewbacca's dense fur. Okie dokie. Right, here's a photo. I don't know what you think about that. Does that look anything like Chewbacca? That one? No?
No, but the colour matches, doesn't it? The head and the legs do actually match the colour.
Similar. Yeah.
Cute little beetle.
Yeah, I think Chewbacca's more likely to be, used for like a dog or something like that. Something, so a new species that's furry rather than having
absolutely. It's like again, it's about. I think they were desperate to get their weevil on telly, weren't they? Yes, we've got to do something with this weevil. Yeah, exactly. So it deserves a break. Weevils are people too. No, oh wait. It's like.
Okay, well, thankfully, that's all we got time for on the show, those great cracking stories. We'll have to wrap it up for tonight, but my thanks go this evening to our guests, the fabulous Chris Taverner, who you saw earlier, to Lost Kaye and Paul Burgess, who've joined me tonight on the sofa. The Daily Rundown is back at the same time tomorrow, but from myself and everyone else on the team, it's a good night from us.